When I think about real relationships, being real, I think of the word authenticity. I think of organic relationships when I think of relationships. Too many times we put up a facade and we put up an image of what we want others to perceive us to be. See so many relationships, so many marriages where people are smiling on the outside, but on the inside they're hurting. On the inside they're battling depression. On the inside they're dealing with low self-esteem. On the inside they're dealing with feeling like they're not enough or they're not worthy. And so when I think about relationships, I think about keeping it real, being authentic, being your true self. You don't have to put up a facade all the time. You don't have to perform all the time. There are some times where you are hurting. There are often times whenever you are going through a storm in not only your marriage, but even in yourself personally. So when I think of relationships, I think of people who are honest about their feelings. I think about people who are transparent about their feelings. And there are times when keeping it real causes us to be vulnerable. So when you think about real relationships, what comes to mind?
Keeping it real is just who we are. We started out in a relationship and, we were young. We didn't really know what we were doing. And we grew together. But a lot of people, I would have to say, is like they always said, oh, you guys have the perfect relationship. You guys, well, maybe we weren't keeping it really real with all of you all, because there's lots of times that we fight. There's lots of times that we argue. We make up really nice, but there's times that we don't make up nice. We deal with kids issues. We deal with things on our job, and all those things around us. Those are relationships. And so when I think about keeping it real, it's about just being who you are, being the best person that you can be every single day, asking forgiveness every single day, knowing that you come short every single day, but know that you've got a lifetime partner who you've committed to that can see your flaws, that can see your insecurities, and they're okay with that.
But I really believe that to whom much is given, much is required. When you're called by God, that calling comes with a huge responsibility, and you're not going to feel like doing what God calls you to do every single day. However, obedience is better than sacrifice. We run into so many marriages, so many couples, so many girlfriend and boyfriend relationships that come to us for counsel, for advice, and we realize that God has brought us through so much. We've gone through so many storms, so many tests, so many trials, so many tribulations, and God has brought us out of all those things, not just to be selfish, but to share the things that we've gone through in hopes that many of the young couples that we run into don't make those same mistakes. And so that being said, my desire is that we would be who God called us to be. And in being that, our light will shine into others, and that we will be a witness to other relationships, whether that's marriages or any girlfriend and boyfriend relationships, that we can be living witnesses that God's grace is sufficient, and His grace and mercy has brought us a mighty long way. And that same grace that extends to us can extend to you.
It's about being vulnerable. It's about being transparent. It's about being forgiving, quick to forgive, quick to listen, slow to anger. It's about just growing together. You don't get real overnight. Usually you get real when you're tested. You get real when you've gone through some storms. You get real when you've had some setbacks. You get real when you had some disappointments, some letdowns. You get real when things are not always going your way. And so that's why we really wanted to do this blog series, is that we can share the things that we've learned along this journey together, but we can keep it real. And that means you may have fun videos, you may have serious videos, but hopefully you will always see that you got a real couple that has a desire and a heart for Christ. And we know to keep it real, and how we stayed real is because we had a foundation. And that's the only thing that I can say is truly real in this relationship, is the love of Christ. That's how we do real love.
Thank you so much for your time. We pray that you would be in God's will. God bless you.